Hello, bonjour, namaste, ni hao, and ohio, everybody. What is going on? It is Gale right here. Welcome back to the YouTube channel once again for another Danmachi Memoria Freese video. And today, we're going to be taking a look at the data download for this week for Danmachi Memoria Freese and seeing what sort of stuff is coming out. We have our first look at this week's anime gacha unit and, of course, the Part 3 Astrea record stuff coming out. So let's get into it. But before we get in, of course, be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel for more Danmachi and Danmachi Memoria Freese content, and leave a comment down below letting me know whether you're going to be summoning for this week's anime unit, which you guys can already see who it is right now on your screens, or if you're going to be summoning for the Astrea Record Part 3 stuff. I'm very curious to see what you guys have to say down below in the comments. Now, this week, we are getting, of course, Lyra as our anime gacha unit, as you guys can see right here on your screens, and she is an assist. And the reason why we can tell that she's an assist, like always, look at the aura. There are bubbles around her. Usually, whenever it's an assist, there are always these small whitish bubbles around them. When it's an adventure, there's sort of like an aura around them, which is usually of a certain color. It's usually red, blue, green, brown, one of those colors to signify a certain element, basically. So, of course, Lyra being an assist is very interesting because usually whenever it comes to these anime gacha units, I've always said go for the assist because they're much more valuable. And the reason why I say they're much more valuable is because assists are hard to MLB and they become their strongest when they are at MLB, unfortunately, for most players, right? Because whenever you go on like a 3-unit banner, for example, or a 2-unit banner, right, you end up getting some of the adventures and then some of the assists. You can kind of get away with adventures being at like +2, +3, or +4, not Hero Festa ones, but normal ones. You can kind of get away with that. But assists, you're missing out on such a power jump at +5 that it becomes really annoying when you get them only like +2 or +3, which is like the middle of the ground, right? But in Lyra's case and the anime gacha units in general, they are the only featured unit on the banner, which means that these 4 guaranteed steps, right? 1, 4, 7, 10 are all guaranteed Lyras. So it ends up becoming much more valuable because you're guaranteed +3 no matter what. It's a question of if you can get, you know, some extra copies from the banner. And furthermore, because she's non-time limited, right, you can just use Prism Bond's worst case scenario. Now, obviously, the reason why I also say that is because whenever I've seen other people's teams and whenever I've seen starter accounts, right, assists are the only major thing lacking in a lot of players' accounts. Now, today, later on, after this video drops a couple of hours later, I will be dropping Team Building 101, and in that video, I go over a couple of accounts, and the biggest issues those guys have is the lack of assists. The assists are just not good enough, and you know, having more assists and more assists MLB is a priority at a point. That's what will separate you from, you know, potentially getting going from King 1 into Jester potentially, or from King 2 into King 1 potentially even. So in all honesty, I would probably say if Lyra ends up being good, you should go for her because an assist is immensely valuable, especially at the start of the game. Because adventures are easy to get, especially with the Hero Festa banners and stuff, right? Right now, they're all adventures. It's easy to get adventures. Assists is the harder thing to get, and especially good assists as well. So yeah, like I said, I'm very curious to see what Lyra will do because at this point in time, even though we can data mine these files, right, we have no idea on what they can do because unfortunately, this has been an issue from the start of Danmachi Memoria Freese, since the start of data mining when I was even a part of it, right? And when I used to data mine regularly for the game, is that, well, unfortunately, we just don't know how to access those encrypted files. I know one person who might, but I still need to get into contact with them. They actually do some stuff for Dokkan Battle. I need to get in touch with them to see if they could potentially try and do something for Danmachi Memoria Freese and show me at least once so that I can probably, you know, teach somebody else or teach Weird, who obviously does the data mining anyways, week in and week out. So maybe I can teach him at a certain point. I would just have to get into contact with that person at some point. But as a result, we don't know what Lyra will do until tomorrow. Now, I have a couple of theories as to what she could do, but my biggest theory is that she will do something elemental in terms of her assist skill. It can be elemental resist down, elemental damage up, something along those lines. And the thing I'm thinking of them doing with this Lyra is probably sort of like the Ryu from the first anime gacha set from last part, season 4 part 1, right? The Ryu that drops I think it was physical res down and fire attack damage up. I think this Lyra will be very similar. What she will do is, I think she'll do minus magic resist plus thunder attack damage up. Obviously leaning in towards the Thunder Lyra. Obviously, because it's Lyra helping Lyra out, it makes sense, right? That's just a theory of mine. But also, we have the Magic Lafia out right now, right? The Thunder Magic Lafia out. I think she will be a significant part of that team. But also, finally, the biggest point I have, this is the one that I think is the major point. The potential that the next Hero Festa could be a Thunder-based unit, potentially magic. We don't know about if it will be magic or physical, but there is a very high chance that the next Hero Festas will be one of 3 elements, or 2 of 3 elements, I should say. It can be either thunder, earth, or water. Right now, based on track record, they've gone through 1 single element for each Hero Festa. We had Light Bell, Dark Astreas, Fire Elise, Wind Ryu, right? There is a very good chance that the next set of units could be either Thunder, Water, or Earth, so that they can complete the elemental set for all Hero Festas released so far, and then they can do an assist maybe. So like, for example, the next set could be, I'm just going to throw it out there, Thunder and Water, and then for maybe the anniversary or right before the anniversary, they could drop a Hero Festa Earth unit, and then alongside that Earth unit, we have an Assist Hero Festa. So that is possible. That is at least how I predict it to go out. And I think if they do decide to go for a elemental damage, I think Thunder makes sense, because that they're trying to push that Thunder team, it seems like, right? You've got Wine running amok still. You've got Thunder Lyra still a fantastic option, right? Now Magic Lafia is inside here, right? Or in those teams, right? I should say Thunder Magic Lafia. There is a good chance that there could be one more Thunder Magic unit around the corner. So I'm very curious to see what they do with this Lyra. I do believe it'll do something with maybe like either magic, magic as a whole, or thunder or elemental damage as a whole. I think more so elemental, at least. I don't know what they'll do with the other side, but I think there will be some elemental damage or resist down coming through with this Lyra. I'm very curious to see what you guys think will happen with this Lyra. Just put your predictions in. We'll see if we're right or wrong tomorrow. I mean, it's just sort of like a prediction thing. Maybe in tomorrow's video I can come back to this video and see if we were right or wrong. Let's see. Alright, so this is Lyra, of course. Like I said, very interesting option for sure. Also, one more thing, this should be the last of the Astrea Familia units. There is a small chance that they could do Elise next week, but I think it's only a small chance because, well, this week's episode title is Astrea Familia, and I assume this week we're gonna get the finale of those flashbacks. So I don't know if they'll do Elise, but it would be weird that they wouldn't do Elise, because they've done everybody else non-time limited so far, right? Kaguya's got a non-time limited unit. Lyra has one now. Astrea got one last week. So this week, next week being Elise does make sense, but at the same time, we don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that front. So let's go down and check out what else we have here. Of course, we have the banners here. Ryu, Alan, Otaro, and then Elise, Finn, Freya. Now, and of course, Althea, Zard, and Erebus. Now, of course, if you haven't watched yesterday's video, I uploaded a video going over the buffs of the units, and they all seem decent. I think the best ones we have in this set, in all honesty, I think is Alan. Alan is basically, I think he is probably the best agility debuffer right now. Even better than the 5th anniversary Ryu, just because his agility stat, his inherent agility stat, is the highest of any assist. I think it's like in the 700s, 800s basically, which is ridiculous. So Alan is probably the best unit to go for. Outside of that, Erebus is not bad at all. He'll be really good for PvE, survivability content, and of course, if you don't have Argonaut MLB and you're running the light team, he'll be a fantastic option. Althea's gotten some decent buffs, and she might be very decent for the Magic team. Elise has also become pretty decent. Freya's improved drastically, but I don't know if she would be an insane option to go for. The rest got okay buffs. Zard actually got a huge buff. Zard was unusable. Now I would say he's usable for sure. So generally they've improved the units where they needed to be improved, but they've not gone crazy with them. Of course, like I said, you can go check out that buff video to go see what I say about these units in more detail, and we will be doing a should you summon anyways tomorrow, and well, technically summons for Erebus because I have only +3 Erebus and +2 Argonaut. I need Erebus MLB so I can actually get more damage off in in game modes like Wreck-It Busters. So it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Of course, we have the paid banner as well here, which is fine. Okay, that's all good. One thing to note is that we are gonna be getting a free bond this week from any of the Astrea record set. So any unit that you want to pick up, you will get a free dupe of him. So that means you're not going to be able to get the unit itself, you will get a copy of the unit. So you'll have to ensure that you're going for a character that is near MLB or one character that at least you already have. Now, like I said, I always would recommend going for a character that's near max limit broken, and especially so if they are an assist. I would say if you need to go for the assist copy more so than anything else. If you have like say for example me, Erebus is +3 right now for me. All I need is one more copy of him through the banner, and then I can get one copy of him through the tail basically for free, basically, right? So that's something that you should consider doing potentially. Is like, oh, I have Alan +3. I just need to get one copy of Alan through the banner, and then I can MLB him. Something like that. Do something like that rather than wasting it on a character you don't have or a character that's only at +0. So be wary on that front. All right. Outside of that, it looks to be the exact same here. Yeah. All of it looks pretty much the same, so no stress there. All right, let me know what you guys thought of this data mine. I'm very curious to see what you guys have to say. Let me know what you're going to be summoning for, like I mentioned earlier, in the comments. And let me know what you guys think Lyra will do as well. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys next time. Take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.